Hello existing creatures of the internet, and welcome back to another video. Today we'll be playing a game called Dead Horizon. It's a game from itch.io. I seen it was a guy who had a 6-shooter. I personally love Western themed games, so I've decided to give it a shot. No idea how long it's gonna be, so let's hop right into it. What was the advice that old shootist gave you? Be fast. Breathe. Don't miss. Oh, come on. He told you more than that, didn't he? You can remember? With an iron like that, it takes only 7 pounds of pressure to kill a man. Wise words. If you pull that trigger, ain't nothing that can save you. Bonnie Star. So by the very lights of hell, don't miss. Don't you miss. Don't you miss now. Don't you miss. Looks like that Terminator. That looks sick. You can't shoot him. Not yet. Anyone that tried the bullets never made it through the dust. They just disappeared. But there's a moment you saw it. When he killed all those people, when he raised his hand and sent the sand down their throats. When he raises his hand, the dust parts for an instant as it whips around him. Enough time for just one shot. But that's all you've ever needed. Wait for it. Wait for it. Almost. Be ready. Fingers loose. Breathe. Remember to breathe. And now pull fast. Fast as you can pull. Pull, and shoot. Pull the cursor below the frame. Wait, what? Pull it back up to draw your gun. Click the left mouse button to fire. I'm gonna be bad at this. Hot dog! Pretty straight shooting there. Of course, cans don't shoot back now. Put that thing away and listen up. Ain't an easy thing looking a man in the eye and ending his life. You sure that's something you want to learn to do? I don't know if you have the stones for it, girl. Oh, interesting. But you did have the stones for it, didn't you? Didn't you? What are you doing? Good question. My candle burns at both ends. Oh, this is me talking. My candle burns at both ends. It will not last the night, but my foes. And oh, my friends. It gives a lovely light. Your favorite poem, how's that going for you? It does shed a lovely light. An oddly peaceful painting. Who is it of? Did it look like your mother, or was it just how you remember it? The painting doesn't matter. You never really gave it a good look. Can I pull the gun out? Darn. There was nothing to see out the window. Darkness with the sight of night. Stop stalling. You can't stay here. And you don't. You didn't stay here. You went downstairs. You played cards. You drank too much. You lost. More than you could afford to lose. And called him a cheat. Not yet. That'd make you a murderer. Only pull if he pulls. He's dead. You can put the gun away now. Oh, that's interesting. Killed your first man that day. They started calling you Blood and Piss Star? Why? What else could they do after people started talking about how he pissed and bled all over himself? Oh. All while gasping and cursing about being shot down by a woman. Oh yeah, I guess this is the time period where women are inferior to man, I guess. Of course, doesn't matter that you were there, that you know it didn't happen like that, because you got a reputation after that. His family was rich. Local law said it had been self-defense at first, but then they had a retrial by proxy after you left. Guilty. 6 months to a year if they went easy. The rope otherwise. It was only a matter of time before a bounty hunter came calling. Why do I keep changing that voice? I read it regularly and somehow I develop a southern accent. Bounty hunter? This guy came from Japan! That's probably racist. I can assume Tokyo. You gave him a chance to walk away. But you never shot anyone that didn't make you. They all deserved it. Right? Right? They both could have walked away. And that bounty hunter was famous 100-head Fred. Liked to bring them in alive, but didn't mind making them dead. Took you from having a reputation to being infamous. However, bounty hunters look after their own. And the Red Stars didn't give you much choice, did they? You only had heartbeats. No time, slept leather. Or they're gonna gun you down. No! No! You were like lightning. You didn't hesitate. You'd be dead if you had. So we're speaking from past. They're dead. You can put that away now. Bushwhackers. They didn't give you a choice. What a complex machine. How often does it break down? You had to kill them. They were gonna put you in the ground. Gunning down a gang of men that got the drop on you. So this isn't her fault at all, because he did draw. She shot. Meaning self-defense. They were paid to retrial, so that's dumb. But nothing was fair when you had money in the back in the day. That turned someone into a legend. Nicknames like One-Shot Star, Bouncin' Bonnie Blaster, Darling Deadeye. All your drinks were free. Everyone wanted to hear you talk about the time you put a bullet through a man's head and watched his teeth fly out the back. Of course, when you're a legend, everyone wants you. Lowlifes, thugs, gunslingers. Lawmen out. See, here it is again. The voice came back. Lawmen out to make a name for themselves. Whoa! Lawman says you've killed 5 men. He's not wrong. He is not. But if he pushes it, he'll make it 6. He didn't pull on you. You pulled first this time. I did not! I was trying to keep it close so I can flick down fast. Wait, was that a hint? Did it want me to pull first? I gotta fix my mouse pad. Shoot. He wouldn't be the first man you've killed for doing his job. That looks impressive. I'm not pulling the gun. I refuse to be a bad man. He seems pretty resolvent. Maybe you should just put him down. I refuse! I'm a good man. I'm a good woman. Pardon. I'm a good woman. The gun... Hands off to the side. Hands off the keyboard. Hands off the mouse. I'm not gonna become a person to shoot him. What do they think of us? There'll be blood in the sand soon enough. He's not gonna back down. They never back down. Ha, that's silly. You know what they think. He's not gonna back down. They never back down. He's not gonna back down. He never back down. I'm not shooting. I think I have to, or else this is just gonna go forever. I didn't want to, sir. They're dead. You can put it away now. This is my subconscious speaking. He was faster, but he missed. You didn't. Not this time. Not this time. Meaning that I do miss in the future. Plot twist. Shot down a sheriff in the middle of his own town. Everyone saw. Every man and woman and child. All of them. Terrified. Terrified of you. I didn't want to! Most men, regardless of cause or need, will blink an eye or draw a breath before they pull the trigger. I had plenty of time to take a sip of water, turn around and go to drink. They can see it in you. And what's left? How can you even make a living now? Bounty hunter, the Red Stars hate you. And who'd hire someone with your reputation as a caravan guard? Go back to the farm? The trail of blood would lead right back to you. It's too wide and too long. So there was drinking, lots of drinking, and gambling, lots of gambling. Days blurring into one another before the screams, hearing the screams. Saw him there, dressed like death. Setting fire to the town, killing for no reason. Couldn't shake the feeling that he was here for you. That anyone else was just in his way. So that's what it's talking about right there in the beginning. Could have run. Stagecoach's horse were nearby, probably gotten away. Would have been smarter. This man, this thing, not like anyone you've fought before. For a force of nature beyond bullets and steel, walking maelstrom. Yet, here you are, face to face with the gathering storm, between it and everyone else screaming and crying and running with nowhere to go. Where maybe once in your miserable little life you can pull the trigger might actually mean something. Just wait for your moment. Wait for it to make him raise his hand for the dust to part just long enough. Whatever you do, Bunny, don't you miss. No, not yet. If you pull too early, the dust won't part. You just waste your bullets and you have to wait. Breathe and be ready. Yep, that's the game for you. I feel like there's a part where I could probably win, but I don't know. I might retry it later. Yeah. Well. Yeah, thanks for playing.